So we'll start exactly 6:10. So we can have a good number of people join us on the call. Yes, welcome everyone. Yeah, it's nice seeing you, Folashade, Gloria, Yemi, Jamil. So we are starting exactly 6:10, and others will join us as we go. Please, if you are here and you are in the community group on WhatsApp, tell them to come and join. This is okay, we're already live on YouTube. Okay, so we're already live on YouTube. Let me share my screen and then introduce our speakers and we'll get right into it without delay. So before then, let me just hear your voices. If you want to see anything, maybe just share how it has been for you, what maybe you've put to use since the 2 weeks. I mean, it's 2 weeks ago. What you've put to use since the 2 weeks. Just can you just indicate and just raise your hands and I'll allow it on mute and you can just share with us what you have put to use so far from what you've learned. Anyone? Anyone to share with us? Where are the regulars who always speak in this class? Busayo, you are here. Ifeanyi, you are here. I remember all your names. Ajala Jamil. So anyone to share with us what they've put to use so far? So far since all the things you learned in the boot camp. Can everyone hear me? So can you just share, just maybe one or two people, and then we'll start this session. Yeah, so I'm waiting. What have you put to use so far in the 2 weeks of virtual boot camp you had in all of the things you've learned? Yeah, just raise your hands if you want to speak and I'll allow you to unmute. Yes, I said, what have you put to use so far in all of what you've learned? What have you started implementing in all of what you've learned so far? Okay, Jubril, you can speak.
Yeah, all right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Agbala Jubaramide. Yeah, actually, there is actually one particular thing, yes, out of the whole session, which I've implemented, which is the public speaking. Last week, I was opportune to have an intellectual discussion with over 250 students on campus. So I was actually talking about gender equality and social being. So now I remember, so a day before the program, the discourse, I remember one thing that Miss Rafi has talked about that, okay, whenever we want to speak in public, so she said we should she talked about 3 R's, which is research, um, recite, and also research, rehearse, and recite. Yes, I remember vividly. So then, because ever since when I was in 100 level, I've been intending to speak in the public, but I've been kind of shy because I now noticed that it was as a result of the fact that I used to do research. but I don't rehearse. So I don't actually conduct rehearsal in the sense that okay, just giving myself an personal training, you understand, prior before the discourse. So I just try to engage in it overnight. Yes, before a day before, I try to spend like 5 hours. I was rehearsing, like conduct rehearsal. I was just trying to I form an abstract audience, talking to myself that okay, how am I going to engage with these people today? And to Almighty God be the glory. After the intellectual discussion with those people I engage with, I have over 100 students comment on my DM that wow, they love my techniques, they love my speaking techniques. Today was awesome. I've actually been the best they've ever listened to so far. All thanks to Skill for Now program. I was so happy. Like I'm really ready to learn more and more. Thank you so
Thank you so much, Juby. Wow, that was really, really impressive and wonderful. I'm sure Rafia herself would love to learn that. If you could also do us a favor and just also post this your experience on LinkedIn and tag us and tag Rafia herself for her to know that what she taught that night was really, really powerful. I have another powerful session today, so which I'm sure you enjoy. So I'll just run through. So thanks so much for that, Juby, and well done. Well done for putting it to use. So for the rest, please let's just within 1 minute just share what you have so we don't keep our speaker waiting for any longer. Though technically, so that we can start 6:20 p.m. according to what I discussed with him. In the meantime, if you're on the WhatsApp, we tell others to join. This is a session they don't want to miss. Olomota Oyoluwa, you can speak. I've allowed you to unmute.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. So for
Yes, good
me,
evening.
what I've been able to make use of in these 2 weeks of after the boot camp is the ability to show up consistently on LinkedIn. Before, if it takes me a while and I'm like, oh, okay, it's been a while I posted, I would get discouraged and okay, I'll do it later. But being able to define my own consistency and keep to it is one thing that I learned in the boot camp that I've been able to implement. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Oyoluwa. And that is really, really also awesome. I mean, showing up consistently is actually really key to even anything you want. Abiba, I've allowed you to unmute. Abiba, this
Okay, good evening. I I hope,
good
hope
evening.
you can hear me.
Yes, yes.
So I want to actually say almost the same thing with what this person just said. Actually, my LinkedIn, I do post, but not that regularly, and I'm not intentional about how I post. And to be honest, I don't even connect with people unless like someone I know. But that session uh, on LinkedIn actually opened my eyes to understand that, oh, when you are connecting, you don't connect anyhow. You look for people that do similar to what you do or what you have passion for, and then you send connections to them. Then there is also a way that you send connection to them that you will not be restricted or banned from doing things. Then there is also a way you will also portray yourself, your bio, your short profile, and the pictures that are supposed to be on your LinkedIn profile. I That day I had to change my profile immediately when we were on the session because of how I was I was pushed with like the impact of the session. So there are a lot with also other sessions and the Amina's story and the Anu story. It actually touched me that I had to even share it with some of my should I say my students. I share it with them and I asked for their own review because I believe that a lot of youths are going through similar issues with Anu.
Wow.
Ma?
Yes, Abiba, just like a second, some seconds more so
Okay,
we
okay,
can.
okay. So
Yes.
I shared it with them and I asked for their review and they gave Anu a lot of advices and I put them to give themselves the same advice, and that's when they understood that they are in the same shoe with Anu. So thank you very much for the organizers and thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Abiba. So
Yeah,
Busayo,
good evening.
Aflasha, we can, yes. Good evening.
All right, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so thanks to Skilled for Now for the 2 weeks impactful training. What I've put to you so far after the boot camp was okay on tailoring my CV, the CV and the cover letter session that we were taught on. We were taught on how to tailor our CV in order to make it stand out, crafting our CV in an impactful way. So far, I went back, tried to delete or eliminate one or two things from my CV that is not meant to be there also after the teachings, and then imputing and bringing in things that we've been taught that is supposed to be in a professional CV that would make it stand out. So that on my CV has been done. And then secondly, on LinkedIn, like every other one I've said, so far I've been trying to, even if I know that I've not really done as I'm supposed to do by how the teacher taught us. But so far I've tried to, come online, come online show up consistently as she had taught us. She told us to show up, to speak up, to connect intentionally, to engage, and all of that. So little by little, I'm trying and I'm kicking, and I I hope to be better. So it's on LinkedIn and on the CV that I've put to use so far. So thank you so much, Skilled for Now, for help.
Thank you so much, Aflasha. Then our last speaker, Busayo.
Yeah, good evening, everyone, and thank you so much, the organizer and everyone. So for me, it's the communication skill course. I noticed that after the class, even during the session, I've been able to improve on my communication skill. And there is this push that came in that to learn more because I currently kind of work as a social media manager, virtual assistant. Then during the session, I feel like, or let me say, I see there is need for us to, have a skill, then improving on my skill, and which made me, learn more on social media management personally on my own. Because from what I've heard from the session about communication and about AI and all that, and upgrading and upscaling, then I've been able to I won't say review because I won't call myself a professional when it comes to reviewing CV, but from what I heard, because I've always been designing my CVs and resume on Canva. But from the last session we had on CV and all that, I realized that I've been making a lot of mistakes due to the 8 years. Then I've been able to help like two core members because where I work currently, we have core members that do come in and all that. And and it has been really, really helpful. What I do for them is just that I'll review their CV for them. Okay, these are the do's and don'ts based on what I learned from the session, and also made my what's it called, my findings. I also realized that when applying for, let's say, international opportunities, actually there are some companies that they prefer you using CV. Where I mean using Canva to design your CV. So what I'll just say is that what I've realized is that when applying for any job, be it a remote or physical job, just you know, make research on what they actually want, because not all companies use this 8 years. Although most companies now use this 8 years, because some people they prefer you using design to Canva to design your CV. So I realized that make research and know what they actually want. This will really help you, and without shooting yourself in the leg. So that's what I learned basically. A lot more, but for now, that's my input.
Thank you so much, Busayo. It's really like great to hear all of what you've learned, what you've been putting to use. And also even seeing that you've been helping other people, like really, it's really interesting, and keep it up. Thank you. So let's just go ahead into today's session. Our speaker today, I actually pitched to him on X, formerly Twitter, and out of the kindness of his heart, he does this for a fee for brands and organizations. But because it's a non-profit, it's a youth-focused empowerment program, and also in his own way of also supporting because and especially towards young people and helping to see them grow. That is why he's doing this. So please do not take this session for granted. Like I said, we can't he's doing this out of the kindness of his heart, and so also make use of this session. So his name is Benjamin Olamide Shotala. Benjamin, let me okay, I think I should just leave it. I wanted to so everyone can see. So Benjamin Olamide Shotala is a seasoned marketing specialist, community manager, and mechanical engineer. With a track record of working with startup companies across the US and UK, he brings a unique blend of technical knowledge and marketing expertise to the table. As the founder of his own growing community and emerging tech solutions, Benjamin is passionate about helping people unlock their full potential. His mission is to empower individuals to position themselves for success while supporting brands to scale and achieve world-class recognition. Driven by a commitment to create lasting impact, Benjamin continues to blend strategy, innovation, and community building to help people and businesses thrive. Today at School for Now 2.0 post bootcamp session, he will be teaching on remote and rich, landing remote jobs and earning in foreign currency. So, Mr. Benjamin, if you are here, you have the floor. So, we're just looking forward to a practical and very, very interactive session with you. So, not many rules today. So, you have 40 minutes or thereabout for what you want to share with us, and then after we'll take question and answer, and we can wrap up this session. So, let me stop sharing my screen. So, please, are you on the call?
Okay, so hi.
No, okay, let me stop
So
sharing this.
yeah, I would love to share my screen. So let me just get this on going. Um, so 1 minute.
Okay, so in the meantime, let's put in a comment and say welcome, Mr. Benjamin, and thank you for doing this. And just put it in comments so you can see it.
Okay. 1 minute. I think it's just taking time to load.
Okay.
Okay. So let me. I think I am trying to. I think I figured this out before. So I'm trying to present my screen. Okay. Present full screen. Okay, I think I found it. So I would share my screen on Zoom.
Okay.
Okay. Can I share my screen? Okay. I think I have. Okay. So can you guys see my screen?
Okay. It's loading. Okay, yes, we can see it right now. Yes, we can see your screen. Can anyone hear me? Is it my network? Oh, okay, maybe it's network. I guess it's network, but they will soon rejoin. So thank you all for joining once again. I mean, this is a post bootcamp session, and this session is just to enlighten, strengthen your understanding, especially on this topic. like I explained. So it's very important that everyone joins this session. And right now, it's really it's seeing that we have a low number. I wonder what's wrong. But anyone who is not in this session really would not. It's that is something we are making would not even be considered for the internships, because those who have committed a lot to this session must be the beneficiaries of what we have to offer. And we apologize for the discrepancies with the data sheet.
Okay,
I've been
sorry,
seeing, okay,
can you guys hear me
yes,
now?
yes, we
Can
can
you
hear
guys
you.
still see my screen?
No, we can't. I think you went
I
off when
think I
you
have to
went
share
off.
again. Okay.
Yes.
I think it was my Wi-Fi that went off. I don't know. Still looks good. So I don't know what happened. So yeah, back to what we were talking about before. So this is like basically about me. Um, and I'm all about growth. I'm all about becoming a better person for yourself. Because from where I was last year till this time, yeah, quite an interesting journey. Somebody who literally most people would not expect to get to this point, but we did it. So remote working masterclass. What is remote work? Definition of remote work. Why working remotely is booming globally. What what can become a remote worker? Type of remote roles. So we're talking about all these things. So remote work is a way of working where you don't have to traditionally be in the office. You can do the job from anywhere, like your own coffee shop, basically anywhere. And when I mean anywhere, you can do it anywhere. But if you know that you don't have a good network wherever you're going to, you need to be careful so you don't just go anywhere. So all you need is a laptop, internet connection, and the right tools. Sometimes you don't need a laptop, depending on what kind of skill and what kind of things that you can offer to the people or to the global market. There's something about remote work is it's either you want to work for foreign client or you want to work for Nigerian client. So you can choose to work from home. So types of remote work, we've got the full-time remote work. You work fixed hours for companies, just like a regular office job, but from home. Contract based, you're hired to complete a project or for work or a set period of time, usually with clear deliverables and deadlines, right? And then we have the freelance where you choose your own client project, working independently and setting your own schedules, right? And then we also have the gig work, which is like they're very short task-based jobs, just like platforms like Fiverr, um, TaskRabbit, even Upwork itself. And then we also have like remote internship. So the remote internship is yeah, most companies offer remote internships where people that are looking for real-time experience can come and get the experience and also take the experience back with them. Can you guys hear me clearly?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So why remote work is the fastest way to earn in dollars. Working remotely means you can live in Nigeria and still get paid in dollars, euros, or by companies in the UK, US, or even in Europe, without needing visa or trying to relocate. That kind of pay goes a long way here, and most companies are not hiring remote workers. There are more chances to land a good role. Plus, remote work give you flexible lifestyle. You can earn you can earn sorry, 1 minute. You can earn while you live comfortably from your home. So yeah, we're earning in dollars. Everybody wants to earn in dollars. I remember telling myself few few months back, I think last year when I was not making any sort of money, either dollars or naira, I told myself even if I was going to earn, I wanted to earn in dollars. So it would go a long way if I can do it. So, how to land an international remote job? So you need to tailor your CV for global use, and I feel like, but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work, right? You don't need to put your age and gender on your CV and your local info. If you're trying to apply for an international remote job, one thing they're really after is about your skill. It's about your skill. So, and then using an ATS friendly format CV, because the ATS is like an automated system that once your CV passes through the system and your CV doesn't have the keywords or the necessary stuff, you would be eliminated. That's why some people get like instant rejection mails because their CVs could not pass through the ATS. So optimize your LinkedIn. I think you guys were speaking about optimization of your LinkedIn. Um, and I see that you guys probably got knowledge with that. So add links to your portfolios, apply on trusted site, be clear about your time zone and availability, mention tools like Zoom, Slack, Trello, Notion, because like these are like tools that are very popular if you want to work from home. Use like Slack, use Notion, use Trello, use Asana. A lot of them are not on air, but that's something that you should get yourself used to, especially if you're going to work for American clients. I was complaining today. I was trying to design an email on a CRM, and I felt really bad because I was struggling to do this particular one. Why? Because most of these client and companies change softwares like it's nothing. Like once there's any sort of inconvenience, they switch over to a different software. And then when they see that the software is not really as good, then they move away to another software. So they like not loyal to one software basically. The only software they're most probably loyal to is Slack, but anything other than that, they're not really loyal. So you need to learn how to use a lot of tools. Yes, you need to learn how to use a lot of tools. So practical practice interview questions, write cover letters that shows how you can help the company. And what I mean how you can help the company, a lot of people write cover letters just talking about themselves. Talk about how you can help scale the company. The things that you've done. Let your cover letter covers um your should I say the things you've done for other companies and how you can also bring the same level of quality to their own company. So yeah, how you can help them grow. So join remote job communities on Slack groups, on Discord, and also newsletter. Um yeah, because I'll be starting my newsletter and I also have a group where like newbies in tech also try to scale up and also chase the dreams and the opportunities they always wanted to have. So network with industry experts. Networking with industry experts puts you in a favorable position. When when I say this is because a lot of people that are newbies, like myself, sometimes um make a lot of mistakes, and which is doing it by themselves. Because sometimes when you do it by yourself, you learn a lot of stuff. You learn perseverance, you learn how to do it over and over again. But once you have somebody who has more idea of what you should do, they can hold your hands and show you, see, Aki, don't take this road. Nkechi, don't take this road. Do it this way, do it this way. And let's see what happens. And then if it doesn't work this way, then let's try it this way. Somehow you eventually land a job. And the fact that you can network with industry experts, you can literally land yourself a job. Why? Because industry experts always have connections somehow, somewhere. I'm not saying I'm an industry expert, but I'm saying if you move close to someone, you should be able to get referral. Because somebody I know that I was close to, she just started her journey. She was earning 50,000 naira before, working from home as a designer, UI UX designer. But just because she was close to me, in the space of 2 months, she's finally landed a 300,000 naira job working from home in the space of 2 months. So basically, you can do that if you network an industry expert. But I'm saying I am not yet the best of industry expert here because I still have a lot to learn. But I'm just happy to carry people along. So on to the next one. So the ATS friendly CV formats. This is one of them. I have a very long CV, and all my job experience have all been international remote jobs. So yeah, they've all been international remote jobs. So guys, you need to create an ATS friendly CV format. You can go on ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT, please, can you like what does an ATS friendly CV format looks like? So ChatGPT can draft you something, and then you can put your information and say, okay, draft something really quality and not generic. It would draft something for you, and then you could work on your CV and create a CV like this. If you're somebody who's good at using Canva, you don't need to use all Canva's templates. You could just edit the template and do it well, and just create like a CV, basically. So yeah, ATS friendly CV formats, and then wait, why are you not clicking? Okay. I think it's not responding. Wait, can you guys still hear me? Think
Yes, we can.
okay. Okay, so present. So optimize your Upwork. So yeah, you want to get a remote job, you need to optimize your Upwork. Upwork is a good platform to scale up real quick. Optimize your Upwork profile and your LinkedIn. Use a clear professional picture. This picture is not professional, but just because I'm a very shy person and I do not like stress, I find it hard to go and take professional pictures. So I discovered that I had only taken one professional picture in probably in the last 10 years, and this was the only one. Not don't definitely say professional picture, like a portrait picture. So I just had to crop it and then use it. But the reason why I could use it was because I was smiling and it had a nice background. I've seen a lot of people use professional pictures on LinkedIn or whatever platform, and the professional picture has a very funny looking background. Like they are probably in a, should I say in a store, or they're probably eating something. Like maybe they went to a nice place and they liked the picture they took, and then they put like selfies on their profile picture. Selfies are not allowed. You don't need it. Then it shows your unprofessionalism. Something about LinkedIn is a lot of people say, oh, it's too professional. Yes, it's too professional because it's a job and a career place where you have to grow if you're willing to where you have to go if you're willing to grow or you're looking for opportunities, technically. And yeah, your Upwork too also has to be optimized. There are a couple resources you can watch YouTube for it, or you could always reach out for learning how to use Upwork, because Upwork you can make a lot of money from Upwork. And this is my account on Upwork. This was like um I've made more than that right now, but in the space of a year, I was able to do this. So showcase. So yeah, use catchy words, headlines, use strong about section, what you offer, what you do, list relevant work experience and results, add skills and get endorsements, showcase work in the future section, CV or portfolio. yeah, you also need to have portfolio if you're a designer or developer. But if you're in the non-technical role, when I mean non-technical role, like you're a virtual assistant, you're just like a marketing specialist. Not every time you need portfolios, right? But people that you know that you need proof of work for most of the things you have to do, please always make sure you prepare a portfolio. Thank you. So turn on open to work on LinkedIn. So there's a feature that you turn on open to work, but I did not turn my own on. So what I did was if you're somebody who is in a position to hire someone, you would see on my profile that you're open to work. But if you're just a normal person like me, it would never reflect open to work. So there's a settings for that. You can check it out. So where to find remote jobs? We work remotely, design devs and all of them. Remote okay. You can find them there. We can find them on FlexJob. FlexJob is paid, but if you can pay for it, if you can afford it, you could get a job from there. Freelancers.com remotely, but for designers, for people that are in the design space, you can try Contra, Upwork, LinkedIn. You can also try Indeed. So the way some of this job site works is that if you notice that some of this website have companies, right? They're like companies, the way you're trying to like apply for, you can go on LinkedIn and do a research about the company and make sure that your cover letter is tailored to them. And you can go on LinkedIn and look for somebody that probably works in the company, engage with their post and try to go into their DMs. You don't need premium every time before you can talk to people. Sometimes you have to try. And they if LinkedIn doesn't allow you to do that, you can easily just send a connection, and after they accept, you can message them. But whenever you're trying to message somebody, please try as much as possible to be intentional with your um with your messages. Yeah, try as much as possible to be intentional. Reason why I say this is because if you're coming into the remote space or the international job space, you don't just have Nigerians to battle with. You have tons of Indians. We have tons of Filipinos. We have tons of Africans, not just and then you now also have your fellow Nigerians to battle with in terms of finding a job. So you need to understand that if you're coming out, make sure you're coming correct, right? If you're looking for opportunity, make it clear that yes, I am looking for an opportunity. Don't go around beating around the bush, right? Build relationship, build relationship. That helps you and distinguishes you from the rest or the next person, basically. So tools and resources for remote job seekers. We have LinkedIn Learning, Coursera, Ingressive for Good, Canva, Grammarly, Clockify, Notion. So like these are tools that a lot of remote workers use. LinkedIn Learning is like a school where you can get more certifications. Coursera is like a school where you can get certifications. And these certifications are free and you can get more insight. And then if you're also somebody that's looking for like real-time job insight, but virtually, but more like an internship, you can check out forage.com and you can do some courses there to see like how these things really work in real time. And these are like top companies around the world. You can always add it to your CV or your LinkedIn. It gives you more credibility that you do understand what you're trying to do. So tips to writing a cover letter that sells, personalized letter, address the company by name if possible, mention the hiring manager's name, highlight your understanding of the company's needs, show that you've researched the company and explain how you can solve their challenges, emphasize your remote work skills, mention specific tools, keep it concise, limit it to 3 to 4 paragraphs for clarity and impact. Focus on achievements, like share results from previous roles on and show how you've added value to them and you would be willing to do the same for them. End the letter with confidence. Wrap up with a strong, optimistic statement like I am excited about the opportunity to bring my skill to your team and contribute to your company's success. Include a call to action. Whatever you do, always include a call to action. Invite them to contact you. I look forward to discussing my skill and how I can benefit your team. Thank you for considering my application. Yeah, arrivederci. That means goodbye. Italian, sorry. So networking is also one thing that helps you get opportunity. And when I mean networking, it's a short code to remote job opportunity because many jobs are not advertised. Reason why I say this is because of I'm speaking from experience. A lot of these jobs are not advertised. A lot of these jobs are gotten through referrals. So most networking helps you stay visible and build relationship that open doors. And you can also be active on LinkedIn, on Twitter, comment and post. And when I say on Twitter, because Twitter is a place or X is a place where people just want to have fun and chat nonsense. Go on there and connect with people that are in your field and make meaningful comments. Try to get their attention. Tag them in your post. They could always repost, right? And when they repost to their page, best believe that if they have a lot of followers, somebody could reach out to the talent from their page and say, "Oh, I think I like this person's design, or I think I like this person's post. I think I should reach out to them, and because I need someone who does something like this." So, add value first, share tips, resources, or just support each other. The more people who know what you do, the more likely they'll all recommend you. And that's just a simple fact. So yeah, join communities, do all of these things, and you'll see changes in your life. And one thing I want you guys to know is that it's not gonna happen overnight. It takes time. So other ways to get remote work beyond Upwork and LinkedIn. So we have code pitching, reaching out to companies directly with a tailored pitch. Careers companies page, go to the company's website and apply for the job directly. Because sometimes when you apply for easy apply on LinkedIn, you're probably wasting your time. Yeah, you're probably wasting your time. So you need to be very intentional, like very intentional. 2025 is kind of hard for remote workers because everybody has seen the benefits of working from home. It gives you so much flexibility. Like remote work is so beautiful. And you can relax and think about so much. Um tech communities, online courses with job boards like Coursera's, ELX and all of them. But tech communities also helps. They also refer. You can also get to assist someone. Volunteering. You can always volunteer to people that you can work with them, and they could pay you peanuts. And I want you guys not to be scared. Yeah, some people will try to take advantage of you, or some people will try just take it as an opportunity for you to learn because it is really hard for entry level to even get jobs lately. So if you can volunteer, you can get an idea of what you should be doing. Then you can start making content around that thing. And once you start sounding more confident in that area that you are in, trust me, you would potentially land a job. You get a client. Referrals, yeah. You can always tell friends, mentors, or your online connections that you're job hunting. That's one thing I've noticed about the job hunting world. If you don't speak up, nobody will know that you're looking for something. So what to remember, remote work is open to anyone with marketable digital skills. Start small, stay consistent, build your profile, learn, apply, connect, and repeat. Learn, apply, connect, and repeat. Learn, apply, connect, and repeat. You don't need to leave Nigeria to earn dollars. You just need the right strategy. And all of these things, if you sit down and double down on them and work towards it, you would probably in the next 6 months you should be able to land a remote job. Uh, so yeah, let me see if there's any other thing left to say. So yeah, that's all. Thank you so much. Skilled for now.
Yes, thank you so much for that. Can everyone hear me before I go on talking? Yeah, thank you so much, sir, for that that practical session. Okay, yes, you can. Okay, so right now I would allow people to just go right into question and answer. So if you want to say something, you want to ask a question, you want to say something, this is the time to raise your hand. And let me start unmuting people so you raise your hands. Okay. Chikelu. Yes.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Benjamin. Sorry, just a minute.
If Chikelu is not ready or what, Blessing, can you speak?
Hello, good evening, everybody. So
Yes, good evening, we can hear you.
my question is that for some like Upwork, some like I will call them employers would request for a portfolio. So like I just want to know what's the best, like how can I make a portfolio? What's the best will I say software where we can be able to file some projects to be able to make a portfolio?
Okay. Where you can find projects to okay, if you're just starting, right? Is that what you said? If you're just starting, are you there?
Blessing.
Yes, for like starters, if we have small projects we've done, where can we be able to compile our projects?
Okay, the question. So the question is, what niche are you currently in? Are you a UI UX designer? Are you a programmer? What exactly do you?
Okay, just writing, content writing, essay writing, basically writing in general.
One thing I would say is go and volunteer for a role. Like I said, you go and work for NGOs. Yes, work for NGOs. And once you work for NGOs, it gives you a starting point. Like, yes, this is where you can start from. And then you can scale up from there. Because if you say that you don't have experience, you go into the job market, I can assure you that it is tough out there. That it is very, very tough out there. So you want to make sure that you're doing, you're working your ass out and you are showing up in the right places. So yeah, I would just advise you do that. Yeah, I would advise you do that. You volunteer first. You can also volunteer for roles, probably your friends that you know, or you maybe they have like a company or something. You can volunteer, work for them. So yeah, I hope I made sense. I don't know.
Yes, sir, you did. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, so Victoria, can you?
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
So, my question is, I've tried for quite a while now to get a remote job, but most times at the end of the day, the brick wall I always meet whenever I'm even applying or trying to. In fact, some I even like something like a transcribe me a few days ago. I applied and I was even told to prepare for the exam and but at the end of the day, I now found out that their mode of payment is always the brick wall that most Nigerians meet their method. Understand? The most of them always insist on PayPal. It's a decision of PayPal. It's a big problem. That's the truth. Because most 90% of these remote jobs, they insist on PayPal. It's very few, I think, that even say maybe use Payoneer, which under yes, Nigerians can use, but it's always PayPal, PayPal that. And even though most say that yes, so PayPal is in Nigeria now, no, I noticed that most of the ones they try to do in Nigeria, they try to use other countries or VPN or try to navigate. At the end of the day, they still get banned, their account still get banned. Maybe when they even worked, maybe they worked and they're trying to cash out or something, PayPal still bans them. They still find out somehow. PayPal are very, very strict. You understand? And they're not in Nigeria. So this is always a problem. That's always a problem with working with remotely with foreign companies. So I don't know. That's just my question. Is there any way around this, or I don't know? It's PayPal in Nigeria, and Nigerians actually use PayPal
Okay,
on my phone.
so if they use PayPal, I don't know. I don't think there's ways around it for now because PayPal doesn't work in Nigeria for payment.
Problem.
You that's unless you can suggest a way. So some people, that's why sometimes most people work as a freelancer. So it gives them
Yes.
flexibility to pick whatever payment platform they want to use. Because like I said,
Yes.
it is very hard out there in terms of finding payment platform. That's why sometimes you want to recommend places or to the clients that okay, this is the platform you know how to use. That you can get paid from here. Like this is the platform you use. This is where this is how you can do it. People use different ways to get paid, basically. So you don't allow PayPal to stop you. If the job is not doesn't al- the job doesn't allow other stuff, you just move on to another one. That's it.
Okay, I think that answers your questions, Victoria. Please, if you still want to ask a question or say anything, please raise your hand. Then Chikelu, you can.
All
Bless,
right.
nice raising your hand. I thought you've spoken.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Benjamin. Uh, I want to just ask three questions. Three
Yeah.
questions. I'm yet to find out if there is a niche in accounting. That is one. Secondly, you spoke on um, pitching.
There is now no
Okay,
accountants that do data entry and then this data entry.
go ahead, Chikelu.
Okay, you spoke on pitching on two platforms, Upwork and LinkedIn. So how can you bring in Upwork into that pitching? And then thirdly, I've been applying through platforms and responses I do get is they do bounce me. Why? Because I'm not in their country. I'm not in their country. Either they will say, sorry, we don't accommodate people from your country, stuff like that. So how can I bypass such um, procedures? Thank you.
Okay. Um, I don't know. I think my stuff is about my laptop charger is not charging, so I'm going to join with my phone now. 1 minute. Sorry, 1 minute. I'm going to actually join my phone. My laptop charger is not charging. My laptop, I don't know when this starts. When it started. I need to join my phone.
Yeah, so I've seen your phone, so I've allowed you to. I've made you a call so you can unmute yourself and speak. Can you hear me? You're a co-host
Okay,
now.
yes. Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so okay, there's something about remote work, right? They are like location-based jobs and they're normal jobs, um or jobs that allows you to work from anywhere. Look out for jobs that allow you to work from anywhere. If you're applying for location-based job, you might not get it. There's like 100% chance that you might not get it. Unless you probably have a referral in the company that says, oh, let's hire him. It would help us save money and would be able to cover more grounds and other stuff, right? Then, yeah, you can. But if you don't have a referral in the company, please stop wasting your time to apply for jobs that are location based. If they are location based, please just run away from them because you will just keep expecting and expecting and expecting because some of these jobs even require you to have a working visa. So how do you want to get that? Most of these companies don't even sponsor people or professionals to come to their aid. So look for jobs that doesn't require you to work from their country, but you can flexibly work from a different country. And then for accounting, I don't know if accounting firms allow people to work remotely. I don't know much about accounting, but I just know about the digital skill. Like if you have Excel skill, if you have um coding skills, the simple skills that you have that you know how to use or tools that you know how to use that can get you jobs. Those are the things that I know about. So, but don't waste your time applying for a job that you know that technically it was written there. Technically, it was written there that they only want um yeah, technically it was written there that they only want remote. I'm sorry, they only want people in the US. So don't waste your time, please. That's it. I hope I
Okay,
was
sir.
able to answer the question.
Yes, but based on that technical part of it you were talking of, the one I saw or the ones that do respond to me are EMEA. So I guess that
Oh,
EMEA, yes,
means
Nigerians
Africa,
can
yeah.
apply to it.
Yes,
So I
true.
don't know why I do get those kind of responses from them.
Some of them do not some of them do not remember that they're even like EMEA regions. And some of them they're not willing to go through the stress of having to pay you um the stress for payments. To be honest, sending money to Africa is hard if you live abroad or you live outside the country. Sending money to Africa is a problem. It's a struggle, it's a stress. Um we don't have a lot of systems that are really flexible to make these things very seamless, and they don't trust anything coming from Nigeria most of the time. So we always want to be careful too sometimes. We also want to be careful too sometimes. But if you keep getting such responses, I don't know how they word it to you. Do you even get to the interview stage? Did you get to speak to them?
Okay, based on that, yes, they will even be like, okay, this your amount you specified, or this amount will pay
Well, I'm
you so
saying,
so
do you
amount.
jump on an interview with them? Do you get
Yes,
to jump on a call with them?
yes, and everything
Okay.
moves smoothly. Then along the line, they'll just send an email that your country, they'll be giving some kind of boundaries that your country, we don't accept your country. They will not even
Yeah,
ask you
this
whether I have a dollar account or stuff like that.
the even to send to Nigerian dollar account is a problem because they have to do wire transfer. It's a lot of struggle working with people in Africa. Even Nigeria still has some payment platform. People that live in other African countries, they do not have a way around it. So it's a lot of struggle also and also. So you just need to find clients and business. I don't know what niche you are in. I don't know
I mean,
what is your niche.
VA and
What do you
PM,
virtual assistant?
and then project manager.
If you're a virtual assistant and project manager, sometimes it is how you speak to them that makes them know that or they confident they really need you on the job. Um, and they will find ways around the payment. Sometimes most of them don't just want to work with us. Some of them don't just want to work with us. Some of them will prefer hiring South Africans because PayPal works in their country. Um, a couple of things work in their country. So it's biased, but it's just what it is. It's the game. The game is the game, technically.
So based on
Yeah.
pitching for Upwork, how can I go about it?
Pitching on Upwork, it's a proposal. Once you see a job, you apply on time. Upwork, you see, job, I need you people to understand that job market right now is cooked. The job market right now is cooked. So if you're coming with the mindset that, oh, you just go and apply now and get a job, you're probably going to be in the trenches for a long time because it is hard out there right now. Like it is very, very hard out there. Very hard. So you need to be ready, like with all your mind, with all your strength to apply as many as you can. It's a game of numbers now. The more that you apply to, the higher your chance of getting a job. The less you apply to, the lower your chance of getting a job. And then if you can follow people that are experts in Upwork online, the tips they share, if you can pay for their classes, they'll teach you a couple things, and sometimes they will hold your hands in terms of application or applying, and you possibly get a job. So that's it. That's all I
So
know
you,
for that one.
we can't like. There's no any way you can try to track a company from Upwork. Like
There
instead
are
of you
several
buying,
ways. Yeah, there are several ways. I've shared some couple of ways on my. I shared a way on my stuff, but it is against Upwork's policy because if you're caught, you'll be banned for life. You'll not be able to open an Upwork account again, and you cannot appeal that one. It's
yeah,
dangerous. I do not support it. Even speaking to clients, telling a client to reach out to you outside Upwork is dangerous too.
yeah, they even used to specify that it's not good sending your CV outside of work and then your portfolio outside of work.
Yeah, so there are things that you just need to be very wary of. Visit more job sites like Indeed. Reach out to the people that posted the job on LinkedIn. That's how you do it. There's a point where you build your LinkedIn to people would naturally check you out and see like the impact you have made. And like I said, connect with a lot of people. Look for small business owners, people that need some sort of assistance. You can reach yourself to them. But make sure that you've done your research about them. Because if you know what problem they're currently facing and you speak directly to the problem, you could potentially just land a job without saying too much. So that's it.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Thank you, Chikela. I trust that answers your questions. Tolu Anime, you can
Okay,
unmute
good evening.
yourself.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for this session, Mr. Benjamin. It was very insightful. Thank you very much. So I also wanted to ask for you to maybe like briefly just explain your journey, because in the beginning you were like, you said that you weren't really making either naira or dollars like last year, then it just turned. And then I don't wanted to just know, just for you to just explain briefly your kind of mindset and kind of activities that you were doing to ensure that everything, you start putting things in place and
I think
everything
he's
start
breaking
going.
up. I don't know if it's me.
Oh, we can hear him clearly. Maybe Toluwani, maybe we can take that again.
Okay. Okay, so what I was saying is that I wanted to ask to briefly explain your journey, because can you hear me now, Mr. Benjamin?
Yes, I can. I can.
Okay. So I was like, maybe I was wanted to ask if you can just explain your journey, because you said last year you weren't really making much. Then you started doing getting skills for your remote job. So I wanted to explain your mindset and the activities you're doing, because also me, I'm presently building up my skills in digital marketing and stuff. So I'm trying to like your mindset, your activities and things you did to just make sure you got to the place where you are presently. Hello, are you there?
Yes,
So
he is.
thing I want to say is that we all have different timing. We all have um different goals and different ways to reach the goals, right? My style would not be like your style. Your style would not be, your growth would not be like, once you understand this, then you're probably a step closer to landing that gym opportunity. And one thing I need you to understand is that when you're applying for a role, you need to be very strategic. And what do I mean strategic? LinkedIn, because I focused on LinkedIn, and I a natural person might have just said, "Oh, I've gotten to chill and relax, and I can't sleep. I can't just sit down and relax with this one. I need it." So I took it a notch. I went more, and I found some opportunities. So I took some of the money I made from LinkedIn and I used it I invested on Upwork. So I told the client to hire me on Upwork and they did.
Mr. Benjamin, I think you are breaking.
I used it to apply for other jobs. And then I applied for other jobs and I got the job technically. And I scaled up. Like I said, I scaled up from there. So I didn't stop. I applied for more jobs just to get more experience. And coming as a newbie was very interesting because like I said, I started from LinkedIn. I built up my confidence from a couple places. Um, built because we're in different niche, right? Different industries. I did some sample projects. I did a lot. I basically did a lot of cheap stuff to find opportunities. And then I was very bent on um showing up every day. Like I waited 6 months or more before the opportunity came around. But I was building relationship. I was building relationship. So that was how I was able to get to where I am right now.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay. So everyone, the post link to the post assessment form has been posted in the chat. So please ensure if you are on this call to take it before it slows. Emmanuel, you can speak. I think this is the last speaker for this class. And then you take our pictures and leave. Emmanuel, you have the floor.
Hello, good evening. Can you hear me now?
Okay, yes, we can.
All right. I'm Emmanuel Namoko. Thank you so much for this opportunity to speak on this platform. Number one, please, sir, I want Brother Benjamin to give us, particularly me, his, his WhatsApp number so that I can be discipled by him. That's number one. If you can drop it on the chat now, I appreciate that. Number two is there any way one that is just a fresh somebody who is just an intern can get an international job as a remote worker without any experience? Because they used to ask all this kind of question. How many years experience have you gotten? You know, you just got the training. You know, is it possible to land a job without any experience? That's my second question I want to ask. Thank you so much, ma, for the privilege.
Yeah, I'm sure Mr. Benjamin will reply,
Okay, with regarding my number, I do not have the luxury of time to reply to a lot of people. Even people on my WhatsApp, I have not spoken to them completely. People that live around me have not gotten a chance to speak to me every time because I'm very, very busy. And yeah, so I don't think WhatsApp will be fine. But you can apply to join my group to get insights from like other people in the community. So you have like minds of people that have making money or people that have made so much money from it. From
Okay.
working from home. So yeah, that's one thing I can do for you. And with regarding getting an opportunity, like I said, go and volunteer. There's some remote job abroad that still accept people to volunteer. Go and try to volunteer. If you can do that, you could be lucky to get something, and then from there you can, like I said, you can scale up from there. Because you cannot write off everyone that they will not give you an opportunity or you're just starting out. Once you can get certified, yeah, I think certification would also help. Getting certification, doing some few little gigs here and there, or if you have a small gig in Nigeria, tell your friend or maybe your client or somebody that wants to employ you, tell them to employ you on Upwork so you can get verified. And then once you get verified, you can now start applying for other international remote job and pitch yourself very well. And sometimes the cheat code about getting a job as an entry level, there is low key no entry level anymore. You need you need to learn how to like be in between entry level and junior level. So how does that happen? The way you position yourself, the way you reply questions, the way you'll have done your research and insight about couple roles and couple things that you can do. So once you do that, I think yes, you're good to go. And you start, like I said, network with people, talk to people, jump on calls, cold email people, cold DM people, and yeah, you get opportunities. That's all I can say.
Okay, thank you, sir. Do you have your cycle, is it paid? How can I join your cycle? And then
So apparently you can check for my profile. You can check for my LinkedIn and you can also check for my X account. So I'm going to start a program very soon, just to like mentor as many people as I can, and also join my newsletter. I would share like a couple of information that you need to know on the newsletter, like more insight. Um, so you can check it out basically. But some of the things are not free because I used to do free stuff before, and a lot of people did not respect it and take it seriously. So um, I've decided to add a little bit of payment, and let me see if people are also still willing to waste their time. Because people that I've locked in, I think somebody from my group of recently, like few months back or few weeks back, she got an $8,000 job from the idea that I shared on the group. So it just depends on you. And other people saw the same thing. Other people decided to try and they did not catch it. They gave up and they're just there. Why some other people tried it again. Another lady got a $500 full-time remote job from home when an international client. So she was a virtual assistant. So it just depends on how hungry you are and your intentionality and how willing you are to get this job. That's all I can say.
Okay, sir. Me, I want to be your disciple, sir. If you can give me your phone number, sir. Please. Please and please, sir.
It's my phone number. I cannot give out my phone number right now. That's the problem. But follow
Oh,
me
yeah.
on X. My
Yeah,
account.
drop your
You
link.
can get the. You can. Yeah, she would. The
I'll
admin of
share
this
the
call would.
link to his
Yeah, she would share the
X
names
profile.
and everything. Yeah, but
Okay.
my newsletter would drop by next month. So by next month, we should be having like content going out to the newsletter. But some of it are not free. Some of it are paid, but they're very cheap. So just basically just connect into the world of remote work.
Okay,
It's hard
okay,
at
finally.
first because landing a job is hard, but you should be able to navigate your way around. So yeah, go on.
Okay, finally, I want to ask, sir. On the scale of 1 to 5, what are the, you know, job descriptions that international companies would want you to do for them? Is it project management? Is it social media management? Is it cyber security? Just tell us 1 to 5 the things as a remote worker you would have at your fingertip that they will tell, okay, that makes you stand out, and they will say, okay, come and work for us. Thank you, sir.
Uh, to be honest, uh, there's a couple there's a couple roles that works for international remote job. There is a lot of roles. Some are not even companies. Some are clients. Some are people that have small businesses. Some are on Instagram. People are on Facebook getting jobs on Facebook. Some are even getting from YouTube. Some are getting from TikTok just from posting videos of what they do. People are getting jobs from Twitter. People are getting jobs from LinkedIn. It depends on what site or what place you want to be based in. And on the scale of 1 to 5, it is 5. Like basically, companies or people are looking for or people that have the skills. Some people don't even know they need these people, but if you reach out to them constantly, you will get to know that they need them. That's what I can say.
Okay, so what are those skills we can have at our beacon that will make us, okay, come and work for us
Any
as a
any
remote?
remote, any tech skill or non-tech skill, any tools, just go on ChatGPT and search top tools that are most sought after right now, and you see options. So that's it.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so
Um,
much, sir.
No
So
problem.
thank you so much. I think I'll share the link. I'll get the link, share the link to his profile on X and probably his LinkedIn profile too, so that um you can connect with him, you can follow him. And so thank you so much for coming, Sai. It's really been a practical and insightful session. We were also live streaming on YouTube, so I'll share the link to that with you later so you can also share with your community for anyone
No
who wants
problem. No, no
yeah.
problem.
So it's time for our pictures. We have a tradition of always taking pictures with our speakers before they leave the call. So everyone put on your cameras and make it gallery.
Right now, I told you guys I'm having some issues. I'm not on my laptop anymore. That's the problem. My laptop is dead, and I'm trying to find a way to fix it. So right now, I'm speaking to you guys on my phone, and it's quite dark here, so I probably have to switch on my stuff. I'm checking. I'm low-key distracted because I have work to do. My laptop is down, and my laptop charger is down. But I don't know. I really don't know what to do. But yeah,
Um
you guys can. I don't know.
okay, we would have really loved to see your face, but then please still keep on your cameras. It's fine at least. Let's just do with what we have.
You said what?
Yeah, I said it's fine if you can't show your face because it's dark or your laptop is down.
Yeah, yeah. I would have loved to do that, but even right now, my attention is quite divided because I have work to do and my charger is messing up. And tomorrow is Sunday, so it's a lot of stress.
Yes, people are saying these remote work gurus don't like showing their faces.
No,
Interesting. So
I
everyone you
would say
can
my face, but it's just maybe later, maybe next time. Yeah.
okay. So everyone you can unmute yourself and just say thank you to our speaker for tonight for this.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Mr. President.
Thank you,
Thank
Mr. Benjamin.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Sir Benjamin. Thank you, Mama
We love to be like
Thank
Olindamola.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you
Yes.
so much.
Thank you
Thank
Thank
everyone.
you.
you,
Thank
Linda.
you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Yeah, thank you guys for also listening. I really wish you guys the best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. So thank you everyone for joining again. So more information will be passed across. I don't want to keep anyone waiting. So please ensure you filled the post assessment form. I'll post it again. So and I'll stay for like
Yeah, I
five
would.
minutes if I leave. Yeah, you can leave, sir. Thank you so much.
Uh,
So I'm going to post it again. I've posted it again. So if you've not filled it, please stay and fill it. I'm just going to stay. This is 7:29. So I'm going to stay on the call till 7:35 or not even 35, like 7:32 for those who have not filled it so they can fill it because once I leave this call, I close it. So my information will be passed across. And we apologize once again for the discrepancies in the data sheet. It was not intentional. We later found that it was the data was actually cut off on both ends. So that was why we couldn't reconcile it. I mean, for the team who were working on it, the data was cut off at some point, and which was no one's fault, but we've rectified that and we are working on that, and more information will be passed across. And for those in Ibadan, don't forget that next week Saturday is the in-person workshop. Finally. Next week Saturday, please endeavor to attend if you are in Ibadan. Come, or you can also come along with your friends. But we'll pass across more information about that though, and then the preparations we've made for you and also your certificates. Currently, we are working on it. Some people have already gotten data support, so congratulations. For the rest, as long as you're eligible, you will get your data support. So please, let's all be calm. And then for the internship too, we are working on securing those organizations. In fact, one of the trainers for the virtual boot camp volunteered to even take on an intern on his own personal payroll. So so you see that we are actually securing placements with across organizations for our interns, and very soon we would move into that internship phase fully, especially once we are done with this in-person workshop. So you see that it's a phase by phase thing, it's a step by step, process by process thing, so that we can carry everyone along and so that we also ourselves are not overwhelmed with everything. Um, so thank you everyone. Thank you so much for joining this session. Mm, so take care of yourself. Enjoy your weekend.
Please select your name from the list or click New to create a new. I want this one. I want this one. Welcome to the typing booth. Here.